we would like to present to you the incoming Board of Trustees for Chamber Year 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, Executive Director Annabel D. Tuy. Board Members Cynthia P. Arce, Erlene Nicole Canada, Jerry A. Ilarde, Jose L. Namoro, Ricardo V. Magtuto, Rolando V. Salazar. Executive Officers Auditor Maricel Ann M. Brioso, Treasurer Jennifer O. Harris, Board Secretary Maria Isabel L. Concepcion, Vice President for Membership Kristen Carl E. Malazarte, Vice President for Public Relations Abelardo M. Paglinawan Jr., Vice President for Chamber Relations Michelle T. Lim, Vice President for Finance Ramon L. D., Executive Vice President Maria Emma F. Llorin, and of course, our no less than President Maria Soledad V. Magtuto. May we request all our officers to please step on the yellow marker. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, our Board of Trustees and new officers. A round of applause, please. Once again, congratulations. In this part of our program, to officiate the charging of the incoming officers, let us welcome the Area Vice President for South Luzon of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Ms. Clarine P. Tobias. Let us give her a round of applause.
Hello, good evening everyone. And before I will be reading the charging of officers. Okay, the office to which you have been elected is one of dignity and importance. In accepting this office, you undertake a responsibility which is not to be assumed lightly nor carelessly discharged. You are charged with the duties of seriously and resolutely furthering the objectives of the Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated. With the Constitution and bylaws and CSCCI policies as your guide, you must be ever ready to exercise the function of the office with which you are entrusted. Further, you are charged with governing this organization according to the laws of democracy, under which laws every man who wishes to speak shall be heard. Toward the end that in every matter considered, the best course of action followed. Do you accept this charge? Yes. Mr. Inducting Officer, Ambassador Yuwico, the members of the Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated, you are now ready for induction.
May we request the presence of the family of Miss Sol? Let us welcome Mr. Rene, Mr. Ricky, Miss Lisa, and Mr. Nonoy Magtuto here on stage. And thank you very much, Miss Clarine Tobias. Again, the family of Miss Sol Magtuto. Now to officiate the induction of incoming officers, let us welcome the President of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Ambassador Benedicto V. Yowico. Let us welcome him with a warm round of applause.
Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Inc. Oath of office. May I request the inductees to raise their right hand. I state your name. Having been elected as, state your position. Of the Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Inc. Do solemnly swear to abide by and uphold the Constitution and bylaws of this organization, to keep faith and put into practice the noble objectives of the CSCCI, to perform my duties to the best of my ability and capacity, without fear or favor, with the aim in view of furthering the purpose of this organization and advancing the interest of the community to which it is dedicated, and to conduct myself in a manner befitting a good and true CSCCI member, so as to bring honor and prestige to the organization, and that I take this pledge without mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Yuwico. May we request immediate past President Engineer Alexander B. Gaite and President Maria Soledad Magtuto to remain on stage. All other guests may be seated. Thank you. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, our Board of Trustees and new officers for year 2021. And now for the turnover ceremony, may we request immediate past President Engineer Alex and President Sol to remain on stage.
President Maria Soledad V. Magtoto, as the outgoing president of our chamber, Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated, I do hereby turn over this gavel to you as a symbol of authority. Please wield it unflinchingly but righteously, with courage but with humility, with determination. As you accept this gavel, and the authority that goes with it, may God bless you and help you in all your undertakings. Congratulations.
Immediate past President Engineer Alex B. Gaite, I do hereby accept this gavel as a symbol of my authority for Chamber Year 2021, with the ideals of service and express and objectives of the Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry and its governing policies as my guide, and with the blessings of the Almighty. It is my covenant to wield this gavel unflinchingly but righteously, with courage and humility.
For us to get to know more about our beloved CSCCI President, let us together watch this video clip.
Her name spells power and exudes an aura of accomplishments and laudable cause. Being the youngest in the brood of 7, Mr. Ernesto and Mrs. Pura Luisa Magtuto have seen something special in her. She's the Joseph in the family, as we biblically allude. At her young age, she has practiced servant leadership. Miss Sol has always been a loving and family-oriented individual. That is why she is a prolific member to every socio-civic organization. Junior Chamber International Philippines, or more popularly known as JCI or JCs, is an organization that provides opportunities for young men and women to develop personal and leadership skills through service to others. Ms. Sol held various positions, both elected and appointed, way back in 1997 to 2007, which is over a decade of dedicated service, being the local president of JCI Naga Cariñosa. National Vice President for Bicol, National Treasurer, National Senior Executive Vice President, the second elected highest position in the national organization, Southern Luzon Area Conference Director, the Outstanding Young Men of the Philippines Search Committee Chairperson, the most sought-after committee in JCI Philippines, and a JCI Senator. Her dedication and excellent work was also recognized not only in JCI Philippines, but also in Asia Pacific. In 2007, she landed a post in JCI Asia Pacific Development Council. As a counselor, she was responsible for the growth in members and development of JCI New Zealand. She is also an active member of the Rotary Club of Naga. Our first woman president has a compelling business career. For over a decade, she has administered the local communication line, Digital Telecommunications Philippines Incorporated, Digital, as Assistant Vice President handling Bicol region. Under her management, Digital flourished all over Region 5. For 3 years, she has focused on scouting local businesses to join the national and international brands by being the regional leasing manager of SM Supermalls, handling SM Naga, SM Lucena, SM Batangas, and SM Lipa. It was in 2012 when she held the proprietorship of Soledad Restaurant in Naga City. In 2016, she put up SourcePoint Manpower Services and Consultancy and became a subscriber line installation and repair contractor of Innovate, more popularly known as Globe Telecoms, in the whole of Quezon Province. In 2018 until now, she is the home distributor of PLDT in Camarines Sur and Camarines Norte. And channel partner of PLDT Enterprise Bicol Region. Noted for her potent advocacies on the welfare of women and children and empowering local entrepreneurs, she has ventured herself into the realm of community service. Seeing the noble cause of the Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry, her membership and dedicated commitment has catapulted her into her membership of the CSCCI Board of Trustees. Having gained trust and confidence of her fellows in the chamber, she had worked as the first chairperson of Camarines Sur Business Expo, which tapped and showcased local businesses. Having this as her pet project, the expo has continuously staged and explores business opportunities for the local economic growth. In 2019, she became the Vice President for Chamber Relations, and in just a year after, she has escalated into Executive Vice President. Leadership knows no gender. Equality among men plays a significant role in nation building. Maria Soledad Villafuerte Magduto, the first ever woman president of the Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated.
At this juncture, let us now listen to our new CSCCI President for the year 2021, Ms. Maria Soledad V. Magtuto, to give her inaugural address. Let us gladly welcome her with a warm round of applause.
Honorable guests, Governor Mix, Kong El Rey, former Governor and Congressman Luis, inductees, past presidents of the Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Chamber Board of, current Board of Trustees, and members, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Business is what unites and differs people. Unites in the desire for common good and differs in sense that every individual's skills are enhanced and highlighted. CSCCI unites business populace of the province of Kamsur, not only to represent the business sector, but more so, being its voice. Indeed, having been in the topmost position in our organization are both a privilege and a challenging responsibility. I accept the position, not of the fringe benefits and of prestige of the title, for they are just fleeting. Behind the shimmer of the position lies a stalwart commitment to be leaders of our society, to be of service to humanity. Primarily, I would like to take this moment to express my gratitude of giving me your full trust and confidence to take hold of the prime position of our organization. Rest assured that we will be working together towards the realization of the goals and objectives of the Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Moreover, though there will be rough times ahead because of the uncertainty of the things that might happen, your helping hands and your beaming smiles will be our radiance of hope and an inspiration to continue to be of service to others. At this point, allow me to tackle my leadership point. We will be business as usual. Amidst the threat of the global pandemic and the worst impact on the business and economy, we will remain operational. We know how to safeguard ourselves much as we wanted to serve others. I would always believe that the essence of service lies on the hardships of extending help to others beyond publicity and beyond self-comfort. As the pandemic continues to menace us, the CSCCI will push with its goals and objectives and still renders its mission unafraid. Because what is most appalling is when we see others helpless while we have all means to alleviate their pains, but we refuse to extend help. The success of the economy lies on the bankability of small businesses. I believe in the promising business sector to bloom at a given time. The empowering of the micro, small, and medium enterprises will serve as a backbone in the recovery of the economy amidst this pandemic. These small businesses, once nurtured and supported, will contribute in the developing the countryside and will have its positive impact nationwide. Aligned with this program is the fostering of strong partnerships. We must tap potential support systems that adhere to our vision and mission, such as the provincial government, whose continued support has broadened the reach of our assistance to MSMEs, and accorded us the prestige of being part of a business-friendly LGU. The Department of Trade and Industry, who has been with the Chamber since its conception, nurturing this partnership for the betterment of the business community, particularly in empowering our dear MSMEs. as proven by the recent concluded PAC Pinas, with more than 3,000 participants and 11,000 viewers, and still growing. The Department of Agriculture, who has worked tirelessly with us to help countless numbers in the agri-sector, the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, or TESDA, which has expanded our sphere of influence on skills and technical education. The last but not the least, city government, the city government of Naga, the beating heart of the business community in Kamsur, providing the CSCCI with greater opportunities to extend its great service to the business sector. These are but a few of the alliances that we have established with our target partners, ensuring that the bonds of assistance to budding businesses thrive and develop to their full potential. By this, we can pave the way to a better and stronger Chamber of Commerce and Industry in Kamsur. Responding to the business demands through strong partnerships will guarantee that no one shall be left behind. At this juncture, let me share with you our major programs, initiatives for this year to 2021. Please play VTR. We Bicolanos are Oragons, as proven today by our chamber awardees and esteemed colleagues who championed in their respective business segment. Same people whom I know who will be with me for the rest of my term as CSCCI president. At this point, my inaugural speech wouldn't matter if I fail to acknowledge the men and women of the Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry, so may I ask all of you to please stand to be recognized. You would be the wind beneath my wings. My leadership wouldn't soar if not for your spines to stand tall and proud. To the different working committees, you will be my support group. Always remember that every small action or effort that you give contributes to a big and magnificent accomplishment. Today is the start of it, and I would like to express my gratitude to all of you. Lastly, I would like to thank my family for the love and for always being there, ready to support me in all of my endeavors. And lastly, to Ninoy, Direct Ninoy, for all of this. So iribahan po kita gabos asin padagos na magtarabangan para sa satuyang Kamsur Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Diyos mabalos po.
Thank you very much, Ms. Sol Magtuto, for that inspiring address. Indeed, the CSCCI looks forward to your leadership and advocacies. Again, congratulations to the previous and the incoming officers of CSCCI. Now to give his message, let us again welcome the President of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Ambassador Benedicto V. Yuico. A round of applause, please.
Honorable Miguel Luis R. Villafuerte, Governor, Province of Camarines Sur. Honorable Luis Raymond F. Villafuerte Jr., District Representative, 2nd District, Province of Camarines Sur. Ms. Clarine P. Tobias, Area Vice President, PCCI South Luzon. Ms. Mergy Moreleda, Regional Governor, PCCI Region 5. Engineer Alexander Gaite, Immediate Past President, Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Ms. Maria Soledad Magtuto, newly elected President, Camarines Sur CCI. Friends and colleagues in the Chamber movement, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant afternoon to all of you. First of all, I would like to thank everyone for the gracious invitation and the very warm welcome. It is my great pleasure to join you in Camarines Sur's 10th induction of Board of Trustees and new members. But first, let me congratulate Engineer Gaite and the outgoing officers of the Chamber for a job well done. Your leadership has propelled CAMSUR's CCI success, especially on important advocacies and programs you championed for the members. We thank you for the great service to our Chamber movement. Congratulations as well to the new officers of the Chamber, led by Ms. Maria Soledad Magtuto, for accepting the challenge to continue and the great achievements of our local Chamber. Your Chamber has been a great source of inspiration, not only for PCCI, but to many of your constituents who look up to you to lead them beyond the COVID-19 pandemic and the devastating impact of the typhoons that ravaged the many livelihoods of our Bicolanos. The Bayanihan spirit that you have shown last year to mobilize resources and your productive partnership with your LGU for the effective and efficient implementation of policies and programs are worth emulating. Your advocacy and programs on youth entrepreneurship and agriculture development are also truly remarkable and deserving of the most outstanding Chamber Award for South Luzon. 2020 has been a very challenging year because of the pandemic, but the crisis also made the chamber movement stronger and more relevant. Despite the many challenges, our chambers have become more engaged and continue to put forward the interest of our members and the business community in general. In fact, many of our recommendations have been considered by the government, which help alleviate the adverse impact of the pandemic to the economy of our businesses. We also have forged several partnerships, both at the international and local level, including that of the SB Corporation on Finance and with Anti-Red Tape Authority, ARTA, on the ease of doing business. These partnerships serve as our foundation on our road to recovery. I believe we have strongly started this January 2021. 2020, we have set out our visions, and this 2021, we aim to make it a reality. We already conducted various activities with our partners and continue to plan ahead for what is to come. As some of you may know, innovation and entrepreneurship are the core programs of my presidency. It's always been a personal advocacy because I have proven these concepts to be effective drivers, not only in helping business grow, but also having an entire cycle of business development. I am pleased to announce that we have successfully launched the PCCI Innovation Center last January 21st. It was a soft launching in which PCCI has partnered with Huawei Technologies Philippines, Inc. This is an ideal hub to train and educate the Filipino youth in cloud technology and artificial intelligence. The hub will also offer educational programs aligning with in-demand skills and knowledge such as artificial intelligence, robotics, coding, big data analysis, Internet of Things, satellite internet connectivity, and blockchain. We also envision that the PCCI Innovation Center will facilitate knowledge exchange among startups, established businesses, and LGUs in moving towards digital transformation and software solutions in the area of smart cities, safe cities, medical technology, security systems, and digital banking. This will help PCCI and its members to strengthen its partnership with government and other stakeholders to establish an innovation ecosystem that provides greater opportunity to businesses in the country. This will be one of PCCI's legacy and contribution to the government's Ambition 2040. We aim to be the one-stop shop to turn innovative ideas into full-fledged companies. We hope to accelerate the achievement of Ambition 2040 through introducing innovation to local government, the academia, NGOs, MSMEs, and other sectors such as agriculture, agribusiness, logistics, and transportation. We are already developing innovate.com.ph to reach out to the entrepreneurs and innovators, creating business accelerators for local startups and providing them training and mentorship programs. Next time you are in Manila, I invite you to visit the PCCI Innovation Center. I think you will be very proud and happy that we have a world-class facility dedicated to the technology training and education of the Filipino youth. I know CAMSUR has an ongoing program on youth entrepreneurship. I therefore encourage you to continue this and nurture the youth's innovative talents. I also encourage you to harness your network of firms and enterprises, universities and research institutions, local government units to create and sustain a conducive innovation ecosystem program. PCCI, through its Innovation Center, will help you in the way we can to propagate innovation for business and contribute to the digital transformation of our economy. PCCI is also hopeful that policies that will help the economy will get back up from the impact of pandemic will be enacted this year. For many years now, PCCI has been advocating for the passage of the Corporate Recovery and Tax Incentives for Enterprises CREATE Act because we believe that the passage of this bill will provide the momentum for the country to attract foreign direct investment. We therefore ask your support to continue advocating the passage of this bill with the legislators, especially now that it is in the last step before being enacted into a legislation. There are many things to be hopeful for this year as we anticipate the arrival of the COVID-19 vaccine. Let's continue to be vigilant and focus on our recovery. Together, we can make this year a time for greater cohesive action towards national economic progress that is sustainable and equitable as envisioned in Ambition 2040. Again, I wish the newly inducted Board of Directors and Officers of the CAMSUR Chamber all the best in the months to come. Congratulations.
Once again, thank you very much, Ambassador Yuiko. To present the new set of chamber members, let us all welcome CCI's Vice President for Membership, Mr. Kristen Carl E. Malazarte.
Good morning, chambermates. Honorable Governor Miguel Luis R. Villafuerte, Honorable Luis Raymond Villafuerte Sr., Honorable Luis Raymond Villafuerte Jr., Ambassador Benedicto Yuhico, Area Vice President Clarine Tubias, South Luzon, Regional Governor Mergy Moreleda, President Randy Aman of MNCCI, my President, Soledad Magtuto, our Council of Past President, Board of Trustees, Zoom participants, FB Live and YouTube Live participants, ladies and gentlemen, this is to present to you the new members of the Camarines Sur Chambers of Commerce and Industries. Please come up stage as we call your name. Mr. Omar Aguilar of the Nesting Place Integrated Farm. Mr. Michael B. Bufete of Mikawali. I think he's on Zoom. Ms. Teresita Delfin of Highway 411 Resort and Travelers Inn. Mr. Glenn Genyo of MG General Merchandise. Mr. Joven Poñado of J. Salceda Poñado Multimedia Services. Mr. Edwin Ninoy Raymond Reyes of Searchlight Artist Management and Production. Mr. Glenn Marco Paulo Sungkad of GRSS Catering Services. Mr. Andreco Primero of DL Builders and Construction Supplies. Mr. Renato Solis of RS Solis Wood and Iron Works. Mr. Peter Avila of Pit Stop Enterprise. Ms. Claudine Lou Endosa of BDO Diversion Branch. Mr. Winifredo Abordo of WP Abordo Construction. Sorry. Yes. Okay. Mr. Raufert D. Dayaw of RD Dayaw Aggregate and Construction Services. Ms. April N. D. of Binleaf Win-Win and Grand Master Mall. Ms. Arlene P. Engero of Naga Star Prime Motor Vehicle Inspection Center. Mr. Angelo Lurin of Medlane Diagnostic Solutions. Father J. Jacinto of Tri 300 Sports Promotion Services. Ms. Tricia May Oliver Taiko of MNST Construction and Supplies. Ms. Rosalie Ledesma of Metrobank Diversion Branch. And Dr. Ana Visitacion Cayetano of True Laboratory and Diagnostic Center. Madam President, Maria Soledad V. Magtuto, the CSCCI 2021 Board of Trustees and Executive Officers, the Council of Past Presidents, Regional Governor R.G. Moraleda. I now present to you the 20 new members of the Camarines Sur Chamber of Industries.
To lead us in the charging of new members, let us all welcome the PCCI Regional Governor for Bicol, Ms. Mergy N. Moraleda. A warm round of applause, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is charging of the new members of the Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry. You have been chosen for membership in the Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Incorporated, because we believe you to be a leader in your particular industry, and that you manifest those qualities of heart and mind which fit you to interpret and impart the objectives of the CSCCI to the community at large. You will represent your industry as a CSCCI official member, and any contribution of value pertaining to your business must naturally come to us through you. On the other hand, you become an ambassador of the CSCCI. It becomes your duty to carry the ideals and principles of service, which we seek to inspire to the business populace in Bicolandia, particularly in the province of Camarines Sur. Membership in Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry places upon you many obligations, and we believe that you will welcome such responsibilities as opportunities for service, as the cultivation of fellowship is one of the first aims and rewards of your Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry membership. Your timely payment of required CSCCI, the monthly dues, regular attendance, and participation in our chamber meetings and events are important. You will find CSCCI a congenial and helpful influence to which you are expected to contribute in service and fellowship. The community will know and judge the chamber by your action and ideas as associated with your business, and we commend as your guiding light the principles and objectives of the CSCCI service above self. I now present you with the pin by which your chamber meets, and the public at large will recognize you as an intimate members of the CSCCI. We trust that you enjoy this new adventure in service, and we most heartily offer you the right hand of the CSCCI Fellowship. Do you accept this charge?
Yes.
Well, if you accept this charging, Ms. Inducting Officer President Maria Soledad V. Magtuto, the members of the Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated are now ready for induction.
Thank you again to the PCCI Regional Governor, Ms. Mergy Moraleda. Now for the induction of the new members, let us again welcome the new president of CSCCI for 2021, Ms. Maria Soledad V. Magtuto.
Good evening. Good evening, new members. May I ask the past presidents of the ComSer Chamber of Commerce to please stand before me as we please stand witness as we welcome the new members to our organization. President Hoover, President Monmon, President Jeremy, IPP Alex, past President Butch, and past President Enrico. Hi. Past President Raymond. And due to the solemnity of this part of the program, may I ask the members of CSCCI to please stand. Oath of new regular member, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, please state your name, as a member of Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry,
as a member of the Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry,
do solemnly pledge to faithfully and truly perform my duty to uphold and promote the objectives of the ComSer Chamber of Commerce and Industry. So help me God. Great. Congratulations to all of you and welcome to the ComSer Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
Once again, congratulations to the newly inducted members of CSCCI. Now, as we welcome our new members, let us call on the members of the Board of Trustees. Ms. Arlene Martinez, Ms. Jennifer Harris, Mr. Ricardo Magtuto, Ms. Michelle Lim, and Mr. Kristen Carr Malazarte to officiate the pinning of new members. Again, we present to you the new members of CSCCI, Mr. Winifredo Abordo, Mr. Omar Aguilar, Mr. Peter Avila, Mr. Michael B. Bufete, Dr. Ana Visitacion S. Cayetano, Mr. Rofer Dayao, Ms. Teresita Banares Delfin, Ms. Dindin Endoso, Ms. Arlene P. Engero, and Miss April N. D. And now we will ask the presence of Mr. Simon L. D., Miss Maria Emma F. Lloren, Miss Maricel Ann M. Brioso, Miss Jose L. Namoro, and Miss Maria Soledad V. Magtuto. Miss Glenn Henyo, Father J. Jacinto, Miss Rosalie Ledesma, Mr. Angelo Llorin, Mr. Andreco Primero, Mr. Joven Ponyado, Mr. Edwin Raymond Ninoy Reyes, Mr. Renato Soles, and Mr. Glenn Marco Paulo Sungan. To all our new members, congratulations and welcome to the Camarines Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Now we will continue with our pinning ceremony. This time for our new lifetime members. May we call on Honorable Governor Miguel Luis R. Villafuerte to spearhead the pinning ceremony. To assist him is immediate past President Alexander B. Gaite and President Maria Soledad Magtuto. Here are our new lifetime members. We would like to acknowledge our new lifetime members who were also just inducted as new members. Mr. Joji Agnas, Mr. Ryan D. Bastareche, Engineer Bonifacio B. Boyen, Ms. Dina A. Briseño, Attorney Josero B. Gaite, Engineer Dennis Caramoan, Mr. Rodrigo L. Claveria, Mr. Nixon S. Crisini, Mr. Braden Basil C. Elizan, Mr. Frederick C. Fu, Mr. Florian E. Floriano, Mr. Neil Gaite, Mr. Arnold M. Hernandez, Mr. Rex Hernandez, Ms. Gigi C. Ibasco, Mr. Gaudencio June Iriola, Mr. Peter B. Lagyap, Mr. Robinson Lau, Mr. Henry C. Lee, Mr. Jamie Letada. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our first batch of our new lifetime members. To our new members, kindly step on the yellow marker. Again, Mr. Joji Agnas, Mr. Ryan Bastareche, Engineer Bonifacio Buyet, Ms. Dina Briseño, Attorney Josero Gaite, Engineer Dennis Caramoan, Mr. Rodrigo Claveria, Mr. Nixon Crisini, Mr. Braden Basil Elizan, Mr. Frederick Fu, Mr. Florian Floriano, Mr. Neil Gaite, Mr. Arnold M. Hernandez, Mr. Rex Hernandez, Ms. Gigi Ibasco, Mr. Gaudencio June Iriola, Mr. Peter Lagyap, Mr. Robinson Lau, Mr. Henry Lee, Mr. Jamie Letada. And now for our next batch of inductees. Mr. Felino O. Licuanan, Ms. Regina V. Melchor, Mr. Jose B. Malazarte, Ms. Maria Cecilia M. Magtuto, Mr. Ernesto Raul V. Magtuto, Mr. Jose L. Namoro, Ms. Christine F. Ocusco, Mr. Everett U. Olivan, Ms. Marisol U. Olivan, Mr. Donald Olivan, Mr. Abelardo M. Paglinawan Jr., Miss Annalyn Panerio, Miss Katrina B. Pilapil, Mr. Franklin Poon, Miss Josie A. Pera, Miss Maria Eusebia G. Quinones, Mr. Manuel P. Rialda, Mr. Rolando Salazar, Mr. Don Emmanuel Santi, Miss Abigail S. Soriano, Mr. Ryan Y. Sichay, Mr. Romeo Tan Jr., Mr. Ramon T. Uy, and Mr. Rex Villegas. Again, to our new lifetime members, kindly step on the yellow markers. Once again, these are our new lifetime members. A round of applause, please. And of course, for our next set of new lifetime members who were just inducted as new members, we would like to acknowledge our new lifetime members, Miss April D., Mr. Angelo Llorin, Miss Tricia May Oliver Taico, Father J. Jacinto, Mr. Glenn Henyo, Mr. Winifredo Abordo, and Miss Rosalie Ledesma. Again, we would like to call on Miss April D., Mr. Angelo Llorin, Miss Tricia May Oliver Taico, Father J. Jacinto, Mr. Glenn Henyo, Mr. Winifredo Abordo, and Miss Rosalie Ledesma. May I also call on Mr. Peter Avila as one of our new lifetime members. Si Sir Jake Unipas, tababa. Iris? Again, to our new members and lifetime members, welcome to CSCCI and congratulations.